An open-air museum in Cairo along a kilometer at the largest museum of Islamic antiquities in Egypt and the whole world. The cavernous of tradition, history, civilization, and the greatness of one street.
A collection of monuments and architectural values dating to different eras, since the establishment of Fatimite Cairo until the coming of the Ayyubids and the Mamluks, either the Bahari or the Borji Mamluks.
A period of the Middle Ages which extends from the 10th century to the 16th century, which is the Ottoman rule.
A street that is not only rich in history, but it has also become a place where inhabitants and visitors now mingle and reappropriate the public place on their own.
If you want to see the modernity of Paris, the charm of Vienna, or the nobility of Istanbul, then go to Cairo. This was the description of one of the European travelers.
With the Fatimite rule of Egypt, many changes took place and new buildings were built, as well as the new capital was established, which is the Fatimite Cairo.
The first Fatimite capital built in Egypt, and it's the third Fatimite capital in Islamic history. Also, and the fourth capital of Egypt after Fustat al-Askar and al-Qatar. They were 8 gates, including 3 of them still exist now. But 2 of them located on the north side is Bab al-Futuh and Bab al-Nasr.
One of the most famous streets in Cairo is Moez Street, and the name is attributed to the first Fatimite caliph in Egypt, who was Moez al-Din, who sent his most capable commander, Jawhar al-Saqili, to seize Egypt from the Abbasid, and he came to Egypt and founded the city of Cairo.
When Jawhar al-Saqili finished the city of Cairo, he sent a request to the Caliph Al-Mu'izz al-Din to come and to open it. In addition to this, he built for the Caliph a large palace that was known as the Eastern Palace.
Al-Mu'izz Street is located inside the Fatimid Gates in Al-Azhar neighborhood. It dates back to 969. Which is bordered by Bab al-Futuh and Bab al-Nasr to the north, while Bab al-Zuwayla in the south. To the west is the Rasa Street, while to the east Port Said Street.
The Moez Street extends from Bab al-Futuh through Nahasim district and Al-Khalili and Staga Street. Then it's crossed by Jawhar al-Qaid or al-Muski. Then Al-Azhar Street crossed it, passing through Al-Ghuriya and Al-Fahami. Then Al-Mada and Al-Sukkariya, finally to end at Bab Zuwayla.
These towers built 3 times by Jawhar al-Saqili, Badr al-Kimali, and Baha'u'ddin Araush, and they are influenced by Tunisia and Morocco. The beginning of the Moez Street is Bab al-Futuh, and it is very close to Al-Hakim Mosque. Therefore, Bab al-Futuh is called Al-Hakim's Gate, and the Mosque of Al-Hakim is called Al-Futuh Mosque.
Bab al-Futuh means the door of conquest.
They have rounded fronts and linked by platform.
that chose the shafts, and from these shafts they used to pour boiling oil on the invaders. From Bab al-Futuh you will know why Cairo was called Cairo.
Fatimids came to Egypt with their traditions from Morocco, as when they decided to build, they invited astronomers to get permission of starting the building, as a kind of a luck from stars. Jawhar al-Saqali, when he came to Egypt, he made the same thing, that astronomers saw Mars in the shape of a ram star. This ram star related to Mars planet, and is called Al-Qahir. From Al-Qahir, the name of Al-Qahira or Cairo came.
While Bab al-Nasr was built in the same year of building Bab al-Futuh, and it was called originally Bab al-Izz, but the people preferred to call it Bab al-Nasr or the Gate of Victory, and this is because the victorious Egyptian army were entering this gate after defeating the enemies in every battle, and that's why it gained its name, which is Bab al-Nasr. The name of Bab al-Gamali is inscribed here over the entrance in addition to Shahada al-Shi'iyya in reference to Ali ibn Abi Talib. And this gate is the least decorated one.
The soldiers could move from one tower to the other through a small tunnel, so they could guard their rooms. Bab al-Nasr has a significant feature, which is the shields and swords, which is a Byzantine feature.
You will see the mausoleum of Sidi Souk, who was a trainer during the Mamluk's time, and he was a very fine man.
Hassan al-Zul decided to leave Egypt, but before he could leave Egypt, he passed away. The people in the neighborhood loved him so much, that's why they built him this small mausoleum.
A few steps from Bab al-Futuh, you will reach the Mosque of Al-Hakim.
At the time of its construction, the wall that's surrounding the Fatimite Cairo, constructed by Jawhar al-Saqali, the commander of the army of the Fatimite Caliph Moez in 970 AD, while the construction of the building in 975 and ended in 1012 AD.
The Mosque of Al-Hakim Billah was first initiated by Caliph Al-Aziz Ba'amrillah, but after he passed away, the mosque was continued by his son Al-Hakim Ba'amrillah. And Baybars al-Jashinkir was the first to use this mosque as madrasa for the 4 Islamic laws.
The facade of the mosque similar to the mosque in Tunisia. The facade and the 2 minarets made out of stone, while the rest of the elements inside the mosque made out of brick. One of the few windows that survived in the mosque had the name of Allah with Coptic letters.
And this ziyada was later on an addition started by Najmuddin Ayyub, Aybak, and ended by Mar'uf.
Baybars al-Jashinkir restored the minaret of the mosque after the earthquake in 1302, and some restoration by Sultan Hassan, and finally Amr al-Karram that added prayer niche inlaid with the marble.
The 2 minarets of the mosque are built on the western facade. The first one is cylindrical and the second one is octagonal.
of the Ottoman architecture and its crown here in Al Moez Street, especially in الدرب الأصفر, which is بيت السحيم.
The house of Al-Suhaimi is one of the best examples of the houses here in Al Moez Street. It is distinguished by its Oriental architecture, and it was built in 1648 during the Ottoman rule in Egypt. The owner of this house is Sheikh Abdul Wahab al-Tablawi, but the current name was given to this house due to the last one who lived here, Muhammad Amin al-Suhaimi.
Beit al-Sahimi is characterized by the Ottoman style of architecture. It is divided into two sections. The first floor is dedicated for men, and it is known as Salamik, while the second floor is dedicated for women, and it is known as Haram.
Another magnificent building in Al Moez Street is Al Aqmar Mosque that was commissioned by the Caliph Al-Amir بأحكام الله in the 6th century AH and 12th century AD. The construction itself was supervised by Ma'mun al-Bataihi as a vizier.
And it was renewed during the time of Sultan Bar'u in 1397, and this was under the supervision of Yalbogh al-Salmi.
The main facade of the mosque is considered the oldest surviving stone facade. Its architecture is characterized by the complicated stone carvings and the repetition of the name Muhammad and Ali, in addition to the Quranic verses that written in Coptic script.
Wait for EG God in the second episode of Al Moez Street.